As my brother said, this is the Lord's Sabbath day. We come in the house to give praise to Him. Amen. And most of all, to save our soul. This is the great day of the Lord. Great day of the Lord. So we can understand His plan. Salvation is pointing toward this Sabbath, y'all. If you understand anything about the plan of God, you understand that the Sabbath is pointing to 1,000 years that we're going to spend in Jerusalem, the ones that make it in the first resurrection. So I'm going to get right to the lesson. I'm going to leave it off of that. Give me the title. The title is like a question. Do you know who you are fighting with? Do you know who you are fighting with? The reason why I titled this lesson this way because most of the people in the world are very violent, very hurtful to other people. They don't understand that it's a bigger, it's a level that they don't understand. You're not really fighting with that person. You're fighting with Satan. He's the one that controls your mind if you're outside the realm of God.
Come on.
And if you're inside the realm of God, God controls your mind. So we got to understand, who are we fighting with?
Come on.
Who are we fighting with? If you don't understand who you're fighting with, you will be very hurtful to people. Very hurtful to people. It's a very thin line between the two because it's hard to look at a person that's talking bad to you, that tearing you down, or whatever they're doing to you, sinful to you, and say it's not them. So we're going to get into this lesson so to let you know that you're not really fighting with that person, you're fighting with Satan. And the ultimate goal Satan's trying to do is make sure he takes your salvation away from you.
That's right.
So if you don't understand that, you're going to be a bitter, sad person all your life. So we're going to turn to Ephesians chapter 6 and verse 11. Ephesians 6 and verse 11. We got to understand what's going on. We got to understand what's going on in this book so we can prepare ourselves for this fight. You fight your fight. I don't know what you struggle with. I don't know the pain. I don't know what's going on in your life, but Satan knows and you know. And most of all, God knows. So you got to make sure you understand who you're fighting with. We're gonna break this thing all the way down because if you are fleshly, you will look at that person instead of looking in the spiritual realm.
That's right.
And a lot of hurtful people in the world are really just outside in their flesh, just dealing with the flesh. But let's get into the lesson. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. Ephesians chapter 6 and verse 11. Go ahead, brother.
Put on the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil.
So you got to put the whole armor of God on. He ain't telling you put some clothes on. He ain't telling you put a helmet. He ain't telling you put a shoulder pad, none of that. He telling you to arm your mind with some knowledge. And this is how you put the armor on, what we doing today on this Lord's Sabbath day. We reading, we understand. Go ahead.
For we wrestle not against flesh and blood,
Yes, sir.
but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world.
What is wrestling? You in a fight. You're not wrestling not against flesh and blood. This person that you see every day, you're not wrestling against him. You're wrestling against principalities, powers that be, evil, Satan, demons, all these things going on today that are not of God, it's of Satan. This is who you're wrestling with.
Come on.
This is who you're fighting with. So you it's a very thin line between the two. That's why I could never understand when I was coming out. I said, why God wanted me to pray for my enemies? Why He want me to do good by my enemies? Because He understands the enemies are being controlled by Satan. He's the puppet master. If you don't understand He's the puppet master, He controls you. He controls you. So we this lesson to put together let you know that you're not really fighting against flesh and blood. Flesh and blood is talking about people. You fight against this evil spirit and his minions. Go ahead, brother.
Against spiritual wickedness in high places.
Yes, sir.
Wherefore, take unto you the whole armor of God,
Yes, sir.
that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all, to stand.
We got to understand how to stand. You can't win if you don't understand this book. I can't win if I don't understand this book. We're fooling ourselves. We're in a 24-round knockdown, drag-out fight, and it happens every single day. It happens through your dreams, it happens through your family, it happens through your wife, your kids. Everybody's in this fight. But the only thing about it, most people don't understand this fight. You got to fight your fight. I don't know what you struggle with. I don't know the sins you're struggling with. But you can't let this fight take you out. If this fight take you out, it's nothing left for you but the second death, which is the lake of fire. Stay in this fight. Let's go to Revelation chapter 3 and verse 11. But we got to be able to understand this through the scriptures now. Through the scriptures. That's the only way you can see it. You cannot see it through your natural eyes. If you're looking at this fight, you're looking at that person. I'm looking at that person. And believe me, this lesson was made for me. Because I struggle with this. Understand who am I fighting with? Fighting with Satan. Revelation chapter 3, we're going to start with verse 11. Go ahead.
Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown.
If he telling you to hold something, if he telling you to hold something, how you going to hold it? If you know somebody's trying to take it away from you. It's a struggle, left and right, day to day, hour on hour. It's a struggle every day to hold this crown. What crown he talking about? Salvation. You got to hold this, meaning hold it in your mind, read it, study it, breathe it, eat it, do it all of this all together. Folks, how you eat it, you follow that dietary law. This is what we're talking about. Go ahead.
Him that overcometh will I make a pillar in the temple of my God.
Yes, sir.
And he shall go no more out. And I will write upon him the name of my God.
Yes, sir.
And the name of the city of my God, which is New Jerusalem, which cometh down out of heaven from my God. And I will write upon him my new name.
This is what we're fighting for. If you ain't fighting for the New Jerusalem, notice what it said now, coming down. Where is it going to? To the earth. But these Southern Christians will tell you we going up in the heaven with him. No, the kingdom is coming here. If you don't know that, you've been lost for all the years you've been born. That kingdom is here upon this earth. It's going to be upon this earth.
That's right.
So you got to fight this fight of studying these scriptures to understand. Go ahead.
He that has an ear, let him hear what the Spirit says unto the churches.
Yes, sir. Jump down to verse. You got to have an ear for this. You got to be able to listen, because some people got so much trouble going on in their life, they can't hear the word of God. Only thing they can see is that person. They did me wrong. They hurt me. They did all this stuff to me wrong. Only thing they can see that person. And the fight is not with that person. The fight is with Satan. He's the one you need to be fighting and directing all your attention to. But we want to start the fight with that person. We don't pray for them. We don't open the scriptures up and quote them to them. We do what the world does. This is how we get into a fight with no weapons. This is the weapon right here. Let me show you how Satan really fights. It ain't like the movies, where he all bad and treating you wrong and cutting you up, foaming at the mouth or walking up the dead and all this stuff. This is how he fight. Jump down to verse 17. Go ahead.
Because thou sayest, I am rich and increase with good,
Yes, sir.
and have need of nothing, and knowest not that thou art wretched and miserable and poor and blind and naked.
This is how Satan fight. He promised you the riches of the world. He gives you the things that you want for your flesh. You ain't looking at, is this blessing I got is a counterfeit or it's the real deal? The counterfeit gonna break the law every time. But God bless it, it don't break the law. It don't break it. But most people don't see that part with Satan. Satan entertains you with pleasure, riches, fun, whatever it is. He entertains you with the things of the world. Why? Because he got control over it. God gave it to it for a season. Under his tutelage. Under God's tutelage. But this is how he blinds people. You got to be able to see who you're fighting for. He said, thou art wretched, miserable, poor, and blind. And most of all, you're naked. He's not talking about you ain't got no clothes on. He's talking about your flesh and blood body is standing before the Lord with all this sin on it. And you don't even understand why he can't hear your prayer. Because that pastor in that Sunday church or wherever church you're going to ain't taught you you got to obey the law. If you don't see the law, your fight is gone. This is a TKO in the first round. Tyson will knock you out. Go ahead. Listen what he said here.
Verse 18. I counsel thee to buy of me gold tried in the fire.
Yes, sir.
That thou mayest be rich, and white raiment, that thou mayest be clothed, and that the shame of thy nakedness do not appear. And anoint thine eyes with eye salve, that thou mayest see.
He said, I counsel you to buy of me of gold. This word is more precious than gold. He's not talking about materialistic stuff like gold rings, gold watches, and all this stuff. No, he's talking about this word. This word gonna counsel you in your mind to make you understand that, am I stepping the way the Lord want me to step, or I'm stepping the way Satan want me to step? That's the counsel. But if you go out there and lean to your own understanding, you're gonna go straight to destruction 99% of the time. This is what he's talking about. And he got the whole world fooled. Because you hear him all the time, oh, you got a new car. Oh, that's a blessing. God bless you. Oh, you got a new house. That's a blessing. Oh, you got all this new jewelry, all this stuff. And I'm thinking, okay, that's good. But how did you get it? Did you have to break the God law to get it? Did you have to work on the Sabbath day? Did you have to prostitute to get it? Did you have to do anything unlawful to get it? When you're in this fight, when you're in this fight of the world, you won't understand it until you read the scripture. And you say, man, Satan controlling me left and right. And I don't even know it. Why? Because I'm going to read this book. Let's go to Acts chapter 16. You finished with that?
Yes, sir.
You got to recognize your game. Game recognize game. God put you up on game through these scriptures. If you don't want this, you're going to get played every time. Stop being a pretender. This ain't no playtime. Acts chapter 16 and verse 16. We got to get our minds off of people in this flesh. We got to make sure we look past them. Look at the other side of the spiritual realm. To understand that these people are being controlled by a lot of materialistic stuff. And most of the people think, oh, it's like the Exorcist, oh, it's like the Walking Dead, they're going to be foaming at the mouth. These are living, functioning demons walking around here communicating with you every day. And they're rich. Understand that. Acts chapter 16, verse 16. Let's look at what Paul was dealing with. Paul, he peeped this game of this lady dealing with a demon. Go ahead.
And it came to pass, after we went to prayer,
Yes, sir.
a certain damsel possessed with the spirit of divination met us, which brought her masters such gain, much gain, by soothsaying.
So this lady, she was a devil. She was dealing with witchcraft, who brought her master much gain, much way. You know these people, the psychic hotline for us right now, who people call in for this. They had them back then. Go ahead, listen what this lady did. But Paul wasn't fooled by the game Satan was playing. Go ahead.
The same followed Paul and us, and cried, saying, these men are the servants of the Most High God, which show unto us the way of salvation.
You see what this demon is saying? She said, these men are the men of God who can show us the way to salvation. So don't be fooled by because a person can talk this book and understand this book. You better watch their actions. Because the game always played behind closed doors. Anybody can look good in front of us. Anybody can for a couple, I can look good in front of you for a couple hours. I don't want to show you my real me. Only person that know my real me is my wife and my kids. That's it. They understand how I am and what I get when I get mad. If I get upset and frustrated, I get in that realm of Satan too now. And we're going to show you that a man of God can get in that realm too, but in him to get back on track. That's the problem. Ain't nobody exempt from Satan. Nobody.
That's right, brother. Come on, preach the word.
Listen what he say here. Go ahead.
18. And this did she many days. But Paul, being grieved, turned and said to the Spirit, I command thee in the name of Jesus Christ to come out of her. And he came out the same hour.
Wait a minute. Paul commanded his spirit to come out of her. He wasn't talking to her. Who was he talking to?
The spirit.
He seen what she was doing, what the spirit was doing with her. He seen how the spirit, Satan was controlling her. He seen this. He commanded the spirit. He didn't talk to her. Just like we should understand. Talk to Satan. Come out of her. Come out of him. Put the word on. But this lady was speaking all good things. These are the men of God who bring us salvation. Don't be tricked by that.
All right.
Go ahead.
And when her masters saw that the hope of their gains was gone, they caught Paul and Silas, drew them into the marketplace unto the rulers.
Wait a minute. Her master seen that, okay, Paul and cast the demon out. He done took our money.
That's right. That's what
He
it
done
said.
took all our money from her because she can't do no more witchcraft. She can't tell nobody's fortune, per se. So they would understand there's a flip side to this now. When you're going to get persecuted and punished for being a man or woman of God. Understand that. Listen what he did to Paul. Silas, go ahead.
Verse 20. And brought them to the magistrates, saying, these men, being Jews, to exceedingly trouble our city,
Go ahead.
and teach customs which are not lawful for us to receive, neither do observe, being Romans.
See what I'm saying? Say they trouble him. You cast a demon out. How we troubling you? How we troubling you? Why? Because he took that money away from her. They couldn't use her no more. Go ahead.
And the multitude rolled up together against them. And the magistrate rent off their clothes and commanded to beat them.
So we got beat. Understand, men and women of God, you're going to get persecuted, you're going to get beat. But he didn't say the weapon wouldn't form up. He said it wouldn't prosper. So you're going to experience some persecution and pain. You might get whipped a couple of times. Sometimes some of us need to get whipped because we so hard-headed. Go ahead, brother.
And when they had laid many stripes upon them, they cast them into prison, charging the jailer to keep them safely.
So he put them in prison too? How many of us can take that? Some more people, I ain't talking about God no more. He put me in jail for this. I did something good. That's how most people think. I did something good and I got to go to jail. But it's a bigger picture than you see.
Come on. Amen.
God got somebody else behind that person that he wants you to minister to. Go ahead, he don't tell you.
24. Who, having received such a charge, thrust them into the inner prison and made their feet fast in the stocks.
Yes, sir.
And at midnight, Paul and Silas played and sang praises unto God.
You see what they did? They sing praises. They ain't looking at their situation like, oh man, we in jail. Oh man, we got beat. Man, I ain't serving God. No, they went to this book. They start praising. They start doing everything they can possibly do to let God know, you got us. You got us. Just think about the time when you and me, we in a bad situation. Where do our minds go? Where do our mouths go? We don't know how to fight. It's the main reason why this lesson is put together, to make sure you understand who you fighting with. You ain't fighting with this flesh and blood person. Ephesians told you that. You fighting with principalities, evil, demons every day. Every day. High places. High places, why they high? You can't see them.
Come on.
They're on the chains of darkness. Well, listen what happened. Go ahead.
And at midnight, Paul and Silas prayed and sang praises unto God.
Yes, sir.
And the prisoners heard them.
Uh-huh.
And suddenly there was a great earthquake, so that the foundation of the prison was shaken. And immediately all the doors were open, and everyone's band were loose.
See, God ain't gonna leave you. He don't need no key, don't lock no door. He shook the whole floor and opened the door. So the band, the lead man on the prison, he got scared because he knew everybody was gone. But listen what happened. Go ahead.
And the keeper of the prison awakened out of his sleep, and seeing the prison doors open, he drew out his sword and would have killed himself, supposing that the prisoners had been fled.
He was about to kill himself. Because he knew if all these prisoners were gone, if whoever the lead man over the prison gonna kill him, he let all these prisoners go. Go ahead.
But Paul cried with a loud voice, saying, Do thyself no harm, for we are all here.
Paul said, hey, we here. Don't worry about it. Don't kill yourself. We here. We here. Don't worry about that. We cool. We ain't went nowhere. We ain't escaped. You got to call the Channel 10 News. But it's a bigger picture than what Paul and Silas got done to them. Watch what happened. Go ahead.
Then he called for a light and sprang in, and came trembling and fell down before Paul and Silas, and brought them out and said, Sirs, what must I do to be saved?
This is what we're looking for. This is what God wants us to make sure we can minister to people when we're in a time of trouble. He's going to have that little crack for you and I to minister to them. But if you so caught up in the fight against flesh and blood, you won't see it. You'll miss it every time. It's all about salvation, y'all. It's all about helping people and showing people how to get saved. At the end, this is what he's telling us right here. Listen what happened. Go ahead.
And they said, Believe on the Lord Jesus Christ, and thou shalt be saved,
Yes, sir.
and thy house.
So he said, look, you believe on the Lord Jesus Christ, you're going to be saved. That means at the end. Matthew chapter 24, he said you're going to be saved at the end. This is what he's telling them right here. Go ahead.
And they spake unto him the word of the Lord, and to all that were in his house. And he took them the same hour of the night, and washed their stripes, and was baptized, he and all his straightway.
You see how the fight just developed? From Paul and Silas getting beat, to getting put in jail, but ultimately, he saved his man, a whole household. For that short amount of time he was in prison. We got to recognize the realm of Satan, the games, the trick he plays. He's going to come on us. Especially when you got this truth. When you tell the truth, he ain't worried about the ones out there worshiping on Sunday, doing whatever. They prospering. He prospering then. He worried about you and me who know this law. That's what we worried about. And he going to come at some of us when we leave this Bible study. Be waiting on it. You finished with that?
Yes, sir.
Let's go to Matthew chapter 16 and verse 20. Let's see how Jesus and his disciples handled Satan and the fight he tried to put on them. Matthew 16 and verse 20. That's why I titled this lesson with a question. Do you know who you're fighting with? Most people don't know that. It's a very thin line. Believe me, I know. Very thin line. From that person and the spiritual realm. But you got to look in these scriptures to try to decipher between the two. Matthew 16 and verse 20. Go ahead, brother.
Then charged he his disciples that they should tell no man that he was Jesus the Christ.
Yes, sir.
From that time forth began Jesus to show unto his disciples how that he must go unto Jerusalem and suffer many things of the elders and chief priests and scribes, and be killed and be raised again the third day.
See, this is the time when Jesus is telling his disciples, look, I'm going to die. Y'all don't sweat it. I'm going to resurrect myself up in 3 days. But Satan entered one of his disciples, one of the men of God. Go ahead.
Then Peter took him and began to rebuke him.
Yes, sir.
Saying, Be it far from thee, Lord, this shall not be unto thee.
So Peter took him to the side. Hey, Lord, you ain't gonna die. We got you. We got you. This already been prophesied before he became in the flesh. He look, man, I got to die. Listen to what Jesus told Peter. Go ahead.
But he turned and said unto Peter, Get thee behind me, Satan. Thou art an offense unto me, for thou savest not the things that be of God, but those that be of men.
Whoa, why do you call Peter Satan? This is a disciple now. Because God knows who is controlling the little the puppet. He knows this. He can work through any of us. If we let him, this thing 24 hours, 7 days a week. He don't sleep, y'all. Spirits don't sleep. None of them. They own it. They right in here today. They gonna be in your house when you go back. I'm gonna show you this. Go ahead.
Then said Jesus unto his disciples, If any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me.
You know, most people, man, I ain't signed up for this, man. I just want to come to church, you know, have me a good time, socialize, you know, and put some money in place so I can get some money back. And Jesus bless me. But it persecution come with this. It's a fight come with this. Understand, it's a fight come with this. You're going to experience this fight. I'm just preparing you. Go ahead.
For whosoever will save his life shall lose it.
Yes, sir.
And whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it.
Yes, sir.
For what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul?
That's the question. What profit a man to gain the whole world? You know what you struggle with. I know what I struggle with. Do you have a price tag on you? Do you have a price tag? You got to understand this part right here. Because some people are controlled by materialistic stuff. They want it so bad, they can taste it. If any man or any woman come up and give them what they want, they got them. They got them.
That's right.
They got them. He said, what profit a man he gain the whole world, but you lose your soul for the little time of pleasure. You out to fight. You got knocked out. Because pleasure and fun of the world had took you away from God. That's why he said, hold on to this crown. You got to hold it. You got to fight for it. You got to. Go ahead.
27. For the Son of Man shall come in the glory of his Father with his angels, and then he shall reward every man according to his works.
Oh, we don't get rewarded because of our works? I thought they told me you can't work your way to heaven. See, just salvation is a free gift. You don't have to work no more. You working in vain, you doing the old law. What did that just say? Everything that you do and I do in this world, you're going to be judged for. Every single thing. Everything you talk about, everything you go through your mind, everything you do, going to be judged. Understand that. It's the fight that most people are in. They don't even know they're in it. Until the books are open in the resurrection. Let's go to 2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 19. I want everybody to understand that Satan and his demons are everywhere. Everywhere. Even the church. Second Timothy chapter 2 and verse 19. You won't get no rest until you realize this, I'm telling you. You think that, oh, it should be a certain point in my life when I know enough about the Bible that I'm supposed to have some type of rest for me at all. No, you're going to be in this fight forever. I'm going to be in this fight forever. But it's the way you handle it. You got to handle it with the scriptures. Not with what you see in the world, what you see on these social media, what you see on these love and hip hop and all this crap they got going on this TV. This Satan, he giving them riches, giving them riches for that. But we gravitate to that stuff. 2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 19. Go ahead.
Nevertheless, the foundation of God standeth sure, having this seal. The Lord knoweth them that are his.
Yes, sir.
And let everyone that nameth the name of Christ depart from iniquity.
You can't be no counterfeit with him. He know you. Matthew chapter 6 said, I know what you pray for even before you pray it. So how you gonna fool this God like, oh yeah, I'm I'm following your word. You can't fool him. He looking in here, in that mind. You know why I told Tina, I'm in here, and he looking in here, in that mind. You can't fool nobody if they can read your mind.